Welcome back to the Source Garage. Sam here, and today I'm going over, well, basically why I have all this stuff around me here. So this is a bit of a channel update video to kind of let you know what's going on and what I'm trying to do right now. So everything I have out in front of me here and behind me here is kind of I'll call it my armada of wheel detailing stuff. And what I'm trying to do with all of this, and if you've seen the introduction of the channel video, what I'm trying to do for the channel and this company, the Source Garage, is provide a solution for every situation is the slogan, and as much information as possible as I can about all the things that I've ever wanted to know about auto detailing, and sample as many products as possible, as many tools as possible, and get as much information for me to kind of piece all this stuff together and put it back out there for everyone else to see what is the best products and tools for all these different situations and combinations, and educate people on what they're buying and why, and the proper way to use everything. So kind of go through everything I have around me here and what I'm doing. So I have these kind of segmented out a little bit here. So I got some of the brushes for wheels down here, some of these other, you can see different types of woolies back here. I've got dedicated rubber cleaners, or tire and rubber cleaners as they're called out on most of their labels. Some wheel cleaners with the iron removing chemical in them. Some general wheel removers and or wheel cleaners, not wheel removers, and then things that are called out as wheel and tire cleaners. And so I'm trying to cram as much of this in as I can right now, testing all these different products in different categories sort of before winter. So if you guys don't know, I'm in Wisconsin and it's 45 degrees out right now, and we could possibly be getting snow next week. So I'm trying to cram as much stuff in as possible right now to do all the testing I can before the snow hits. And I've got some winter tests prepared, and I'll talk about those in a minute, that I want to do over the winter just for my own curiosity and to get some more information out there so I'm not completely dead for the whole winter. But what I've started on right now, at least, and you'll definitely be seeing soon as I kind of piece it together and do some editing, is the rubber cleaning. So I just did the tires on my truck, broke them into different sections, sprayed different rubber cleaners and wheel and tire cleaners. I tried to stick to stuff that called itself out as a tire cleaner. I know it's not entirely necessary because many wheel cleaners are used as tire cleaners, or just plain car soap works fine a lot of time as well. But anyway, for the purpose of trying to focus on rubber cleaners, that's what I did to start with. So you'll be seeing that coming out. I also started with the smallest segment of product to try and cram it in here, things that call themselves out as the wheel and tire cleaners. Again, not necessarily true, but trying to group some stuff together. So I've done some testing with like the Turtle Wax, Eagle One, Armor All, Mothers, McGuire's. So I think what I've gotten in so far. And I'm trying to get as much as I can. I'm calling all my friends, trying to do my own rims on some of my vehicles, and trying to get as many as I can done just for testing to get you guys information. And what else, the other stuff I plan to do with this is break down all of these products, not only just like a general review of them, right? Like, do I think it's a good product? Try and be as scientific as possible is what I've talked about before. What chemicals are in the products? What do they react with? How are they going to behave differently product to product? Is there any other discerning features about them? So I like to talk about a lot about bottle handle and spray and the trigger that's on them. I have a whole drawer full of sprayers. I have all this testing I'm going to try and do over winter as well. But all these different sprayers and the way you use the bottle, how does the spray actually work? What's the value you're getting? Obviously, cost is a huge factor, and how much quantity you're getting and what options are available to buy in. And how much would you have to use to cover a tire? So something that sprays out really thick and consumes a lot of liquid is obviously not going to last as long as a nice even spray that's going to foam up better and you get to use less of. So just more information that I'm trying to get out there in kind of every aspect possible of all these products, that if someone looked up what's the best wheel cleaner for me, I can give a breakdown of all these different products for you. So that's what I'm doing with the products. With the tools, very similar thing, right? Trying to test out all the different tools I can. What's the difference between these brushes? What are the tips of them made of, between boar's hair or plastic fibers, or different types of brushes? Like, this is a parts cleaning brush, and obviously the handle is very different. So covering some of that stuff as well. The difference between these larger brushes here, all these wheel woolies back here. I know a lot of them may look very similar. So if you look at these style of woolies, these are all three very different brushes, even if they may not look like it, between how thick the hairs are, how flexible they are, how tightly they're wrapped in here. There's a lot of stuff to differentiate them from one another that I want to cover, as well as the woolies as well, and stuff that's like made of microfiber too. So that's some of the testing with that I want to get out there. And then lastly, and this is another thing I'll try and do over the winter potentially, is talk about the manufacturers and sourcing and supplying, especially of the tools. A lot of the stuff, if you guys don't know, it all comes from the same places in China. I've actually ordered a number of samples like this, and this, and this, and several of these woolies. I think this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, these three, these four on the end here all come from China and are all, again, you'll see them with name brands on them, Adams, Meguiar's, Chemical Guys brush, not Chemical Guys, but anyway, talk about that kind of stuff as well and how you can buy stuff for cheaper directly from the source instead of getting it secondhand rebranded through the company, through a middleman, through a third man potentially, and not paying that upcharge cost as much as possible. And so I'm starting with all this wheel and tire stuff, obviously because I made this. So design and patent this. If you're following the channel, you've probably seen all the stuff that's gone on with the CycloShine wheel detailing stand. It's up for pre-order right now. Hopefully if you're watching this in the future, it's out for sale in full quantity with more designs and variants than there are right now. But buying that, pre-ordering that right now, it really helps support me so that I can buy more of this stuff and do more testing that you guys want to see and that I want to learn about and give that information back out to the community. So please help support me with those as much as possible. So I really hope everyone is seeing what I'm trying to get through here by explaining all of this and all the work that I'm putting into behind the scenes here with all the hours I spend researching and trying to piece this stuff together and come up with the tests for all this kind of things that I'm trying to do here. So please like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing really helps to get my viewer count up so I can hopefully get to the point where I can start making some money off these videos at least, and I can justify that to do more of these, because obviously buying all this stuff is not remotely cheap. But anyway, that would really help me to promote the channel and keep doing all those things. So if you've stuck through this whole babble of me and rambling on as I like to do with most of my videos, thanks for sticking around, and thanks for watching.